The Weather Bureau says there's likely to be record-breaking rainfall and more flooding across parts of New South Wales and the ACT over the next few days. The Deputy Commissioner of the New South Wales SES, Dieter Gescke, joins us from its headquarters in Wollongong. Good morning to you. What's the latest that you can tell us?
Well, I think the people who are listening to your weather report this morning will understand that they're waking up to potentially heavy rain and also existing rain in some of the areas in a line, basically from Broken Hill to the Sydney metropolitan area. The situation overnight, we had some concerns for a township of Kumho, where the creek that goes through that town, Back Creek, was in fact forecast to flood very heavily, and we had to give an evacuation warning to the residents, about 100 residents, and also some businesses in town. Fortunately, even though SES had made great preparations last night, that rain didn't eventuate to the levels that we expected, and so there was some easier times for the people over there that night. But in Tumut, we had to evacuate 5 caravans, and the other thing I'd really like to say is that last night there were no flood rescues, which hopefully means that the message of do not drive through flood waters is starting to get through to the motorists.
So which areas are likely to be of greatest concern in the next day and coming days?
Look, it's such a big area. Essentially, the Sydney metropolitan area and that Western Sydney area along the Hawkesbury and Nepean rivers. Certainly there's still some concerns for the townships of Goulburn if it were to continue to rain heavily. Additionally, Cootamundra had some rain overnight and we're still watching that area. Queanbeyan, the list just goes on. Basically everywhere there's a river south of that line that I described before, people should be aware that there could be sudden rainfall, flash flooding in those local areas, and of course riverine flooding. So the people who are living in those low-lying areas need to be taking those precautions. Prepare for this event by getting your emergency kit together. If it does start to rain and you start to get concerned, be aware of the messages that are being given to you by emergency services, whether it's to relocate or to evacuate, and also to do so as carefully as possible.
How are your SES volunteers and resources holding up? It's been quite a big couple of months in terms of flooding for the region.
It's been almost an endless summer of rain for us and activity. Our volunteers have been going since mid-October. And it seems like it's been non-stop. Obviously, we've had a couple of days in between to rest, but our volunteers have been doing a great job. I'm extraordinarily proud of the way they do their business. They're so professional, and our flood rescue technicians have saved so many lives.
In terms of Kumho, you said that the evacuations didn't need to take place. Is it likely that that could happen in the next day or so?
We're still monitoring that situation. Before we're going to give an all clear, it'd be prudent just to wait and see what that weather system's going to do in that locality. But for now, it's still a watch and wait situation for much of that southern part of New South Wales. And also on the Hawkesbury River, as I mentioned earlier, 30 caravan parks need to be ready to move.
Yes, so are there other areas where evacuation warnings could be put in place?
We'll do that on a case-by-case basis as the day emerges. We have a system called Emergency Alert, which sends out phone messages to people. We also obviously use all the media outlets to let people know of impending danger, and we're grateful that everyone takes heed of those messages.
Dieter Gescke, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure.